Snapchat in the refrigerator bank. I'm not going back. I have earbuds. I have roaches and rats. I'm not going back. You can see
Turn
them.
it
Yes,
up. Turn it up.
sir.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Shit. What's up, dog?
What's going on? Underdog Podcast, Episode 3. It's your boy, Bolahan Osaini. And my partner right here. Go ahead, Drew. Hit him with the
You
church
can
with the
find me
merch.
at church underscore with 6. Is where you can find me. You know what I'm saying? You can't find me. That's why you gotta find me there.
That's what's up.
You already know.
First and foremost, in all seriousness, our prayers go out to the refugees in Ukraine. Personally, I have two nephews that are half Ukrainian, and it's just sad what's going on in that corner of the world. What this man Putin is doing is just terrible, man. I mean, just to leave so many people, and then to my African brothers out there, it's sending them to the back of the line. But I'm not even gonna get into the deep end of it. But my prayers just go out to everybody that's out there that may be struggling. The last thing you guys want us talking about is sports. We'll try to do this show as fast as possible. Drew, you want to say anything?
Really just that, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot more important stuff going on out in the world, you know what I'm saying, in sports, but you know what I'm saying? It's just number one form of entertainment, but you know, there's nothing entertaining about what's going on. Life real out here. You know what I'm saying? They invading, doing all kind of, so you already know. So yeah, we ain't gonna waste too much of your time today.
Alrighty. What's the first topic?
Yeah, I guess this current MVP discussion.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are making a case for John Morant, man. What's this? A
Uh
sophomore year? This is sophomore year,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, sophomore.
Man, he is balling. I've seen some of them highlight dunks. I've seen some of them, and they number 3 in the West.
The
And they
Grizzly.
beat my team a couple of times. They
Yes, they did.
demolished Golden State a couple of times. You know,
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
so I don't know, man. What you think? You think he's gonna win it?
Um, well, always gonna be that disclaimer when it comes to the MVP award. You know what I'm saying? Like it could arguably be LeBron anytime that he's playing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I think they've
but the
done
Lakers
good
are like
about
10th in the league right now, so we can't even give it to LeBron. But I hear
you
you.
know, well, you know, when it comes to which player is the most valuable to like an actual team or scheme. But yeah, I feel like that's why it's John Morant this year, and that's why he's in the discussion as well as Joel Embiid. Um, and then who else am I thinking of? Oh, DeMar DeRozan, who's having a crazy season. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I mean, right now, I feel like the one who's like the more like the heart of the team, holding them down, like is it's John Morant, just because Joel Embiid probably has better help.
yeah.
You know what I mean? DeMar DeRozan probably has a little bit more help, just a little bit. So I feel like that's kind of also. And then the more spectacular, I think, highlights right now for the season so far is probably Ja, man.
Well, shout out to my former roommate Carson from M Town. I know he's been wanting to get on the show. We're gonna bring him on soon. But John Moran, I think, is my underdog to win MVP this year, man. I think he deserves it. Blue grind. I think I read a story about a week ago or something. He refused to shake a hand of a kid with the Warriors jersey on. He's like, you got the wrong jersey on. Like somebody with that much grit that cares about winning for their team. You can't deny that man. And he just got hops for days, man. Doesn't care.
Yeah, his drive to the basket kind of remind me of AI. I know he's a lot taller
Yeah.
than AI, but
Yeah.
just kind of that like that takeoff, like that first step, like I'm going, and you
Mm-hmm.
know he going. Yeah, he got a quick first step. On fast breaks, he's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing his thing, man. He's definitely doing his thing. I
And
think some people will say Joel Embiid, but I think it's John Morant.
I think the reason why people are leaning more towards Ja is because, like Stephen A. Smith was saying, um, he got drafted right around the same time as Zion, and now Zion is hurt, ain't playing, and people wondering, did New Orleans make the right decision? You know,
Well,
but
I love New
because
Orleans.
he's doing so well, like you can't deny that man. But go ahead,
I
my bad.
mean, when you that big, uh, the soft tissue injuries do get a little tough just because your soft tissue, I guess, is so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mhm.
when you tear something that's a little bit more serious, kind of similar to linemen in football. Like when they have some of the soft tissues, it's really because they just so big.
Mhm.
Um, with all that torque, man, we saw him blow out that shoe. So I mean, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? His body's kind of the same way. Like when you're that strong, man, sometimes it can
Mhm.
work against you. Not everybody LeBron. So um, but I am a very offhand Pelican supporter. Shout out to the Smoothie King Center. But it's the you can't say stuff like that until these guys are, maybe 10,
Yeah.
12 years down the road. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now, yeah, of course, you got a arguable MVP and then a guy on a bench. They had to trade to get CJ McCollum to try and give him some more help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, but he's 23. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never really know that kind of stuff. I think they're still on rookie deals. I don't even think you can,
No,
you
you're
know,
right.
argue that. But yes, right now, yeah, John Morant. I'd rather have. Well, actually, no, I'm a Duke fan. I'd still want Zion, but just because I think the potential is still so crazy. You remember the stuff he was doing in college? Like, I mean, Ja too, but nah. But yeah, right now, John Morant. I'm going with it. He's amazing.
Speaking of LeBron, like you said, man, did you see the game the other night when they
Yes,
did
I
the
did.
ISOs against Dallas?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was so disrespectful, man, to be like, give me LeBron, clear out. He can't stop me. And on all the times LeBron was guarding him, he was making embarrassing dude, man. I felt bad. Like, you doing this to
I
King James?
Yeah, man. I feel very privileged to have the time of his career that I did. He was an elite defender for most of that era. Uh, so it's kind of tough to see literally kind of like that, maybe not the best player in the league at the time kind of changing,
Right.
because I still think that's Giannis or KD, but maybe like that like most skillful forward
Mm-hmm.
torch is kind of being, because Luca, man, it's I'm telling you, it has something to do with the fact that we've never seen somebody like him do it like that before. Now, obviously, we've had great European players,
Right,
but
right.
the way he's doing it's still throwing people off because they just don't expect it.
But isn't that gonna be crazy if John Morant wins an MVP before Luca? If anything, they should just piss Luca off to make him go off, man.
I never would have thought about it like
That's
that.
crazy, man. I always thought
Yeah.
Luka would get one before Ja or before anybody else. I thought he was like the next face of the league, you know. But
Well, I know that Luca was like MVP front runner in the beginning of the season, but I mean that was a long time ago. I haven't really checked his numbers, but I'm sure he's still doing well. But no.
nobody's talking about it.
He ain't putting up 52 for like crazy posters, and you know what I'm saying. That's
Mhm.
what's going on right now. Well, actually, what's going on right now is the Celtics is kind of locking him up a little bit. That's what's happening live right now. But you know what I'm saying? Like in general, like yeah, Ja's got the highlights. He's being talked about. You know, he's the hot ticket. But I mean, rightfully so, man. He's been balling crazy.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see how the season turns out, man, and what ends up happening in the playoffs.
Yeah, they had that 3 seed, depending on where they end up. I don't know, man. Hero ball only takes you so far in a 7 game series. So it's like I said, we'll see. But I mean, he's got Steven Adams. He's got a little bit of help. So
Yeah.
he got a little bit of help, but we'll see. We'll see.
So, did you see the game the other night, Miami versus the Bulls?
Yeah, man.
How'd you feel about that, man? I mean, y'all got the
Uh
W though, right?
yeah. Yeah. I really need to I need to buy League Pass because most of these games I can't even get local like I want. You know what I mean? But as far as I'm concerned, it's the same thing I've been saying, man. Like some of these teams, I mean, they got a lot of free agent ads. They still got, but I mean, they got that same frame of the team. That's kind of why I was saying about like DeMar DeRozan not really being an MVP because like He's on that team with guys who've been on the team. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like the newer addition. Ja was kind of drafted. But you know how it goes, man. You know how we play. It's scrappy. Sometimes it's ugly. Sometimes we don't hit a lot of shots, but you know, we dig out Eastern Conference wins pretty consistently. That's why.
Hmm.
But I like the Bulls, man. The Bulls are gonna be trouble, but I feel like they kind of the same characteristics with Ja, man. It's just 7 game series are different. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't look at these guys like it's an NCAA tournament. That's just not the professional sport. You know what I mean? So and that's why we do well. We got that gritty team. Like you gotta, it's a tough 7 games when you play Miami.
Mm.
But I still think the Bulls will be fine. They still gotta click and get some of that, you know, cohesiveness together.
Yeah, they
Like
do.
that word, cohesive.
But they give that
Yeah,
ball
they
to
got it. They'll be
Lamar,
fine.
man.
They'll be fine.
Try to tell you, man. That boy's
No,
shooting the peel
Demar,
off
I
of
mean,
that.
he's been balling. He did something Jordan
Shooting the
couldn't do at
peel
one
off of
point.
that, man. I'm like, why? Where was this at in Toronto? I mean,
Hey,
he was
where was it
hooping
in
then
San
too.
Antonio?
He was hooping then too, though. But
I mean, he was hooping, but it's different now. It's like
he's
I don't know.
focused, locked in.
He like angry. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
because normally he's a pretty even keel guy. I wouldn't call him a, you know what I'm saying. He's not a nice guy, but he's not a
I mean,
bad
guy.
guy. So
Yeah.
just a regular hooper. But now it's almost like, oof, like man, he like respect my name. He want us to talk about him on this podcast. That's why he been acting like that.
I love to see in the playoffs Boston versus Chicago, and then
From our days,
Miami,
those used to be some crazy games. From our days.
Miami versus the Bucks. That's what I want to
Oh,
see in the first round. I
no,
don't know
I
how
want that. I want that to be the finals.
you do. I want to see. I want to see Chicago versus Miami in the finals.
Wow, see,
Just
that's what I'm
because,
saying.
just because Butler came from that team way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much implication. Everybody wants it so bad. Like the Bucks been there. Like, yeah, I want them to defend again, but I'm like, you already got yours. Sit your butt at home, man. Let somebody else.
He said you got yours. Ain't nobody happy for Milwaukee.
But speaking of Milwaukee, though, you just reminded me. I didn't even put this on the list, man. Bobby Portis the other day. I think they were playing the Nets. This dude dropped 30 points, man. I'm like, Jesus. Bobby
Yeah,
Big
man.
Eye Portis. That's my underdog, man. Right there.
Bobby Big Eyes. Yeah, Bobby Big Eyes. That's funny. I mean, that's kind of the only way. I don't see the Bucks winning another one playing that same kind of basketball because I thought that run Giannis was he just established his dominance on everybody. But
Yeah.
if KD wore a smaller shoe, he wouldn't even been there.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So it's just kind of one of those things. I mean, claps to them for seizing a moment. That's what sports is about. I'm never mad at a team
Right.
for winning. You're supposed to win. Everybody want to win. But, you know, when it be that close, that's what creates all these conversations. When it be that close, half a shoe size away from each conversation, you know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
actually happened. So,
It's crazy, man.
but Bobby got to step up. Drew Holiday, who I think we lost to the Bucks the other night because he hit a game winner. I think he put up 25. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It takes all of that stuff clicking again. Because Giannis can't shoot.
Well,
He ain't Russell
he
Westbrook,
was
but
shooting
he
last
he can
year.
shoot better than Westbrook, I think. Nah, actually, I don't even think so, man.
Man, he hit 70% of his free throws when they won that championship.
That's good. But
Yeah. I
I
mean,
grew up watching
it's
JJ
better
Redick.
than
There was
him.
a season JJ Redick only missed 3 free throws.
Yeah. It's still
You
better
know
than
what I'm
Ben
saying?
Simmons, though.
Oh God.
So I'll give you
Ben
that, man.
Simmons.
He stepped up in the moment, dropped 50 to close out that game.
Yeah.
I was just looking at him like, this man is a man with a mission.
Like he
They
was
get
like,
out
I
my
want
way.
it.
The Nigerian nightmare is on its way.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, more power to it, man. Break through, get yours, Jimmy. I was just mad that it was kind of all upside our head, and especially because we done had the Bucks number. a little bit over the past couple years. So, but they got the best of us last season, so we'll see how it go.
Yes, sir. So
Facts,
what else
facts,
we
facts.
gonna talk about today? Let's see. Pulling up the list.
Man,
Um, when do you think KD's gonna return?
he returned tonight. He playing right now.
Is he?
Yeah,
Is
he
Kyrie playing?
at the end of the who knows, but at the end of the 30 at 25, I know that. Yeah, we up on him now. We're
Speaking
up
of
on him by
returns, man,
9.
it's just crazy how much Draymond means to the Warriors, man. They want to, and to me, that's like the underdog of the season, if you really think about it, because they want a dog on him. He don't score no points. All he do is a cheerleader. You know, he can't do nothing on the Warriors team. With him, they 25-6. Without him, they barely over 500. Man, I'm like, damn.
Bro, tell that to Ben Wallace, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes guys, it's just a presence. Like it ain't even got
Yeah,
nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I
we up
just
by
want them
4,
back
2 minutes
in time.
left.
You said what?
And we up by 4, 2 minutes left. And KD has 29 points. No Kyrie.
Easy
Ooh,
money sniper.
ooh. And then they got Goran. I hope they elbow Goran in the handshake line.
I was surprised to see him on their squad though. I'm like, Dragic? When the hell did they pick him up?
Bro, you know how to I
I think
told
he
you
was
it's
just
soccer now,
dropping him
boy. They'll
too.
pick up
You know, he shoot
anybody.
that awkward little left hand three. Like,
No, hey, Goran the Dragon, bro. I used to love that shot. I used to love it, but now I can't even like it.
I'm like, man, they got everybody on that squad, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
They just got money to waste.
I mean, I don't know how they do it. I wish I knew more. I only know like the basics, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure if we did our research, we could find out how they be doing all this stuff, man. Cause they be doing tricks with the money, man. You can't just they be like, oh, negative 55 million in cap space.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we gotta start team. Like it'd be like, okay, well, but oh well.
Speaking
We'll see
of
how that goes.
finances and things like that, let's jump a little bit to the MLB and what's going on with that, man.
Jesus,
Do you
man.
have any idea what's going on with why they ain't started yet?
From what I heard,
Yeah.
is that they came close to a deal, like really close, once, maybe even twice, and it just didn't go through. I guess they was arguing about who knows, man. In a sport where there's really kind of no salary cap, and you basically have two leagues with two different rule sets, you know what I'm saying? Like occupying the same space, it all gets weird because they've been playing baseball for so long, and you know what I'm saying? There's
I
this and
never
there's that.
really
There's Hall of Fame.
understand
There's
like
steroids. There's this. There's just so much to it, man.
I never really understand the collective bargaining agreement when it comes to baseball because like when it's basketball and when it's football, it's like the owners want us to play an extra 2 games a season, football. And we don't want to play an extra 2 games. We're gonna argue until we get it down to 1 game. Like that makes sense to me. You don't want an extra, week added to your season. But
Right.
baseball, they got like 100. How many games do they got? 187?
162.
Like, what could y'all possibly be arguing about? I don't get it, man.
in probably
I'd
the
love
sport
to
that is
understand though.
right, like in the sport that's probably arguably the least athletic. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's literally like now I used to play baseball, grew up playing RB. I love baseball. It's my favorite sport to play, actually. I love it.
Mhm.
But let's be honest, like if I had a son, I'd try to steer him towards baseball, but it's because it is not as
Athletic.
intense. It's not
Right.
as, you know what I mean? It's not a finesse sport. He's not playing golf or tennis, but he's playing baseball. So you know what I'm saying? Because in baseball, you really only have to have one good attribute. Like if you really, you could not be able to hit, not be able to pitch, but if you fast, you can run the bases. You know what I'm saying? You just use you as a pinch runner. There's so many different things to use people in baseball for. But yes, as far as like the least contact, probably, or the least, it's like Come on, man.
It'd be
You know
so
what I'm saying?
funny to
Pitchers
me
only
when I see
pitch
them
like
fighting
twice.
though.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be
3
so
times a
funny
month.
to me when I see them fighting though. It's like, what? No, that's not an out. I'd be laughing, man. Like, what's going on here?
Hey,
But
man, baseball's intense. The
it
Dodgers,
is.
Clayton Kershaw finally got his championship. So there's some baseball to be played. There's some interesting storylines, definitely. The Braves winning theirs, like making the correct free agent picks. They got Jorge Soler from the Royals at the trade deadline, and he ends up being the World Series MVP.
That's
You
crazy.
know what I'm saying? So I don't know why he couldn't do that for us, but that's for another,
Usually how it
conversation.
works, ain't it?
But I think that's what I'm saying is baseball is so it's so like that it's like, yeah, like you said, what could y'all be arguing about? Like y'all get
Yeah.
paid probably the most, you know what I'm saying, per athletic action.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
They make crazy money, man.
they make crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of my friends, he used to be like I think single A, like pitcher or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He getting money, man. It's
Yeah.
money. A lot of money in baseball because they do have that tiered system, triple A, double A. You know what I'm saying? Like you can work your way up. Like that's why I would want my kid to play it if I have one. Is like you could be a double A pitcher, bro, and get plenty bread, way more money than you finna get out of school, and still get to do what you love, and then not have to deal with all the craziness.
Mm,
And then
facts.
I get to go to all the games and relax. Way more games. You know what I'm saying? Way more games to go to. But yeah, I really hope that they get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Likewise.
you know what I'm saying? I love baseball. Negro League Baseball Museum is in Kansas City, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I love baseball. We had the Monarchs. You know what I'm saying? Love baseball, but they gotta, you know what I'm saying? I did hear this as well, is that it's more of a big market versus small market type
Mm,
situation
okay.
because you got your Dodgers, you got your Yankees owner, you know what I'm saying? But then you got your Kansas Cities, you got your Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? You got your smaller. So I think it's like the difference in that. It's like I told you, I know it's because everybody chasing them pandemic losses, man.
Yeah.
They want to put it in the contract that they get, X, Y, or Z of the upcoming
That
stuff
makes
because,
sense though.
because they're the ones in debt now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
All them
Ticket
people
sales,
didn't come
man.
to them games no more. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
big deal. Now, yeah, they made little TV marketing deals or whatever, but nah, you know that money. People showing up, ain't no money like that.
No.
So we'll see what happens with that. But I know they pushed back spring training. Uh, it was
They
supposed to
canceled a couple
start.
of weeks of games too, didn't they?
It's supposed to be spring training was supposed to start Saturday, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Almost positive.
Hmm.
So
Anything
we'll
else you
see.
want to talk about?
Other than Maxi, the guard out there for the Sixers, I feel like he's the key, the glue for Embiid and Harden. Um, Obviously, since Curry left, he's leading the league or leading the team in assists, and he's kind of like the third wheel to that big two, but I'd call it a big three. He's played the most games for the Sixers this season. Um, and yeah, I know Tobias Harris is there, but I really like Maxi, bro. I feel like he's the underdog of
I
the
ain't gonna
Sixers this
even.
season.
I'm not gonna cap, man. Like I agree with you, but here's a crazy thought. I don't even think the Sixers gonna make the Eastern Conference Finals.
I
That's
don't.
that, that's
You
just
think
how I feel.
you think they lose in the first round?
I think they lose in the second round. They may make it out the
All right.
first.
Yeah. Okay. I could deal with
I
that.
think they
Losing the
lose
second
in the
round.
second
Yeah.
round. I just can't see it.
I can't see
Like,
James Harden doing much of anything.
yeah, James Harden just too flaky to me, man.
Not everybody wants to win like that.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying that he don't. I don't know this dude, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? And not everybody's built the same. I'm not saying that anybody's inferior, anything like that. I'm just saying straight up, people build different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know. He just seems
I
like
think
he's just happy with being a successful NBA star, and that's fine. I don't feel like he
I think
wants
he
to
wants
win
to
like that.
win. I think he just shrinks in the moment. I don't think he's gotten to the point where, because like I'm just talking about the runs when they were facing the Warriors and they had every
Right.
opportunity to take him out. Like I feel like he just shrinks in the moment. He can't hit that shot.
Then he had Chris Paul, still couldn't do it.
Yeah. I don't know,
Man,
man.
I don't know. It's like because I know that James Harden doesn't seem to me to be like a sad person. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't.
No.
So I don't feel like I feel like he just want to kick it. And ain't nothing wrong. He just want to hoop and kick it. Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
but if he wanted to kick it, he would have stayed with Brooklyn. He wouldn't have get me up out of here. He wouldn't have
New
wanted
York,
that
that's
trade.
hot, bro. New York, bro. New York fans is vicious, bro. Don't
Oh,
play.
yeah.
He be on the subway.
But so
Champ.
do Philadelphia
You know what I'm
fans,
saying?
though. That's
You
why
already
Ben
know.
Simmons wanted out.
I mean, going to Philly ain't much better. It's literally right
No,
up the
it's
street.
not.
So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like, I think that's what I'm saying is like, what, he moved an hour and a half away? Like, it's same market. The same
Yeah.
people be up there. You know what I'm saying? The same people watch. So I don't,
I think the only reason he moved there is because, according to the reports, when the Rockets got rid of Daryl Morey, they didn't ask James Harden how he felt about that. So he basically went to
oh, yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah.
to be with Daryl Morey again because he's had great success with him. I don't know if that's gonna matter. They ain't win nothing, but hey, whatever floats your boat,
People have to learn to stop failing just because they don't want to take advice.
Yeah.
Like, just because you picked up a tip or something from somebody along the way doesn't make you a lesser than or makes your story less pure, man. Like a good advice is good advice. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
just because you with your, you know what I'm saying? Just because it feels good, because you with a familiar face doesn't exactly mean that it's probably best for you. So we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
mean, as long as he playing, but it's like I said, I feel like he's one of those guys who's just like, as long as I'm hooping and I'm eating, and I don't mean like food. I mean like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
providing, I'm making money, and I'm hooping. Like he's not about the drama. That's why he just does his thing. He just does what he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that might not be the best thing in a team sport, but
We're gonna find out come playoffs. We're gonna see
I
what the hype
mean,
about.
Joel Embiid wants to win.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So uh, it might kickstart a little something in him. You know what I mean? You never know. I like the Sixers. You know what I mean? I feel like they're good. They'll be a good team this year, but
Mhm.
we shall see. It's getting
Yes.
close though. Playoffs going to start.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Also, anybody out there trying to get tickets to Coach K's last game in Cameron Indoor Stadium, they're anywhere from 2,800 to 50K.
Jesus.
Just
I'll
a
watch
little
it.
update on that.
I'll watch it on TV. I sent you a text.
Oh,
I'll watch it on TV.
yeah, I watch on TV too. That's my squad. I'm gonna watch it on my laptop just so I feel fancy.
When's his last game?
I have to look it up. Hold on. Soon. I know that.
Oh, shout
It'll
out
be
to Coach
close.
K, man.
He's he's probably, in my opinion, the greatest American basketball coach I think we've ever had. I know some people will argue with that. Oh, it's Saturday, North Carolina. Who'd have
Damn.
thought? Well, actually, no, that's regular season. I guess there could be conference tournament games, or you know what I'm saying. I think there's a few more chances to see him, but it's probably his last, man. So we'll see how that go, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited. 6 o'clock Eastern time, Saturday. Blue
Hell,
Devils, Tar Heels, Tobacco Road rivalry, probably the best one left.
hell yeah.
College basketball ever since and by we I mean just Mizzou left the Big 12 to lose to a different team with the same letters. But whatever. We're not here to judge, but the Big Ten probably would have been a better, play.
I agree with you.
Yes, but what do I know? Other than that, like we said earlier, man, thoughts, prayers, positive energy, donations if you can find a successful avenue. All of that stuff helps. The innocent civilians of Ukraine. This world is wild, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's been wars, there's been other stuff, but this just seems so crazy to be happening in 2022, and like we got all this stuff. It's just crazy. So yeah, all thoughts and prayers with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so sad. I was watching. I sent it to my wife. But there was an African student, and he talked about how he was waiting in lines. He's been waiting in line up for almost 4 days, trying to get across the border. And then he tried to sneak over the fence, and the soldiers beat him. The Ukrainian soldiers beat him down that he can't go. Like, I'm just like, the way that they treat blacks all across the world and
Oh my God, man.
Caucasian countries, and if the roles were reversed, I'm not trying to shift from the war. People, innocent people are dying.
Right.
It's just sad to see how black people are treated as a whole, man. And if the roles were reversed, if people were trying to escape or find refuge in any African country, and it was Caucasian people coming in, the doors would be
I
open
don't
arms, welcoming them to come. It's crazy how they treat us sometimes, man. It's real sad.
yeah, it wasn't that long ago, man. I know that it's March 3rd, but Black History always. It's gonna be a while, man. I try to tell people we gotta be patient, not like us as black people, but like us as humans. Like that stuff didn't happen very long ago. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Chad,
Yeah,
like all of like the people who were preaching peace. You know what I'm saying? That stuff wasn't that long ago, and people get took out. That's why people don't want to speak up no more. And I think that's kind of why we're in a situation as a world is like people just be afraid to speak up for what's right, and it's just kind of crazy.
it is,
And
man. Real talk.
they over here talking about sanctions. They need to do something a little bit more than that. But
They do, man. Like, what the hell is the sanction? You trying to control the money of a billionaire? Like, he got billionaire friends. What's that gonna do?
I mean, they took
I
them out the
digress,
World
man.
Cup, but now Ukraine is asking for an extension on their game because they got a semifinal match qualifier to try and get in the World Cup. Ukraine's trying to get there,
That's
and
crazy.
Russia just got banned. All like most American airlines, I read that they're trying to reroute all their planes so that they do not use Russian airspace. Like it's like a whole, and
Hmm.
that's what I was just like, bro. There's a lot more going on in sports. We still gonna do this because we got to be consistent. But man, bro, it's a tough day out here. Tough day.
It is, man. I wish nothing but the best for people who are out there. It's sad just to see, wives and mothers and their children leaving the husbands and dads behind, and going on not knowing whether you're gonna see them again. That thought, and then talking to my sister.
2022, man. It's
Exactly.
crazy. It's crazy.
Exactly. But our
Shit
prayers
crazy.
go out to everybody, man, that's affected by this war. May God deliver.
That's all we can do is pray, man, because he got the answers on that. Because that's money and history and power that what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
You know how that power game go. So
Hmm.
other than that, what I'm saying, we do appreciate your time, everybody who showed up today. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Holla at us on the socials. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, you can holler at the man upstairs, and I'm talking about Bola.
Thank
Keep
you.
it right here, keep it.
Thank you for your time. See y'all next week.
All right, peace.